Today, I am going to talk to you about the one thing that most people do not do, and if they did, could transform their lives. This might be you. Are you ready to transform your life? And I'm talking about now. It's an immediate transformation, and it takes some practice because we have old programming, a lot of which we've chosen. In fact, everything we chose, but every choice is yours to make, and you can make a choice today to totally transform. Get out of anxiety, get out of worry, get out of feeling trapped in this world and everybody's doing things that you don't like. I'm going to talk to you about something so amazing. Let's go into that new amazing world. You ready? Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Are you ready to do that? Here we go. One thing. One thing. What do you think it is? Love. No, it's not love because we're not there yet. Let's start with the real core of how we transform our personal lives first, because when you're happy and you go into this state of what I call high frequency, you changed the world out there. And now we're learning that that's how things work. That world isn't the problem, it's here. And when we change this, the world transforms. And that's why some people will transform and transition into the new earth, the new world, and others won't, because they will see the world as different than you do. All right, so do you know what the one thing is? Total acceptance. You know, there's a duck out there. He walks like a duck, he quacks like a duck, he's a duck. But I want him to be an elephant. I really do. I love elephants. They're beautiful and intelligent, and I've been working on changing the duck. It's very frustrating. And every night I try and figure out how I can get that duck to be an elephant. You get the point, don't you? That's what we do every day. We have no acceptance. And we think because that duck is not something that we desire, that they should change. But the truth is, it's still a duck. And the duck's very happy being a duck. Duck doesn't want to be an elephant. Are you doing that? Are you thinking other people have to change? Are you criticizing other people because you think they should change? Are you all about what you want and that the world should change according to your beliefs? If so, you will continue to stay in anxiety and frustration and unhappiness. And you might fluctuate like this. But when you go into total acceptance, you have no judgment or emotions behind it. You just observe. Now, if you're one of my Miracle Circle students and or anything, Total Clarity is my new e-course that's out. If you want to go to landriaonkka.com, you can check it out. One thing that I make sure we do in every one of my courses is going to acceptance. It is the number one reason people struggle in life. Number one. I'm going to show you how to do this. When you observe, you can still have an opinion. That means you don't have to approve of what somebody's doing. Acceptance doesn't mean you're saying something is right. And somebody else might think it is right. They have the acceptance of certain behaviors, and they might think it's right because they believe the same thing. If you don't have to approve. But you can accept that it is a duck, and it will continue to quack till the day it dies. Yeah, it's going to be a duck. It wants to be a duck. What are you going to do about that? Well, there are many things that you can do. If you don't like the situation, you have to change this. What is this going to do to resolve certain situations, right? It's not struggling against someone else. So when you're out there, you're just another duck quacking at a duck. And the ducks are all quacking and it's noisy and cray-cray. And you would say, no, I'm not the duck. You are, because if you're arguing, you're a duck. If you're not arguing, you're an elephant or some other beautiful animal, a zebra. But you don't care about the duck. You know it's a duck. You keep going. If you're arguing with the duck, you're quacking because you disapprove of the duck, but your disapproval makes you a duck. Do you get this? You are out there in the low frequency, just like the person you disapprove of. That makes you no different because you believe that what you believe is right and that they're wrong. That makes you a duck. What are you going to do? Well, you can tell them to shut your pie hole, but they probably won't. That's going to cause more conflict. We're in solutions now. We're in action. This is the year of action. We're going to start to do things instead of talk about them. So many people say, this is going on and this is going on. I say, well, what are you doing to change it? Shut your pie hole. Get your butt out there and start doing something about it. And if you're not, then do shut your pie hole and have acceptance. For me, acceptance is knowing that the issues that I see that I may not like exist and that I can take the action over here to change the planet in ways that could be amazing, that could change all that over there. So I don't have to oppose anybody, but if I can give somebody a better option, they may take it and they may not be a duck anymore. But that's their choice, not mine. And the same thing goes for you. Do you have acceptance? I will guarantee you very few of you are going to be able to say yes. Acceptance means 100%, not just some of the time. Oh, sure, we accept the things that we agree with. Oh, yeah. Oh, I accept that, you like the same things that I do, or that you have the same political persuasions that I do, or opinions. Yes. Oh, I accept that, but I don't accept you. It goes across the board. Acceptance means I know what it is. I see it. I'm not going to judge it. If this is something that's destructive on our planet, then I must be the solution. And so now we're going to go over here to action, and this is going to change your world, our world. And now all of a sudden, you now went into the quantum field and you placed that desire and the effort to change the situation. The quantum field now goes in to doing that, creating the probabilities, unless you quit and say it doesn't work. And then you go back here again, and now you're a duck. Quack, quack. All right? So if you're in the quantum field and you know that you can have a solution, that the solution exists somewhere, the probability, and you continue to go and go and go until you find it, right? It will happen. It has to. It may not be on your timeline or the way you think it should, but it will happen. Those of you who look for relationships, maybe you're always in crappy relationships, you have to have acceptance that this person is exactly the way that they are for whatever reasons they have. You don't have to understand that. What are you going to do? Accept what it is and walk away. It's okay. If they want to change, they will. And then you can decide if you accept the new person that they decide to become. Chances are pretty good that's not going to happen. Most of the people that are abusive are very satisfied with that behavior because they're coming from anger and fear and usually have been abused themselves. It perpetuates. You have to break those cycles. And that means we stop behaving like ducks. By the way, I love ducks. Sorry, ducks. Don't mean to pick on you. I love ducks. I don't want you to be an elephant. Are you ready to accept? Okay, here's your assignment. All day long, can you get in situations, maybe, at work or whatever, don't turn the TV on and look for them. You'll find all kinds of stuff that'll ring your bell. I'm talking about every time you're in a situation, ask yourself, okay, can I accept this? Yeah, I can. I can accept the fact that my boss treats me poorly and doesn't respect me. And no matter what the reasons are, you don't have to sit and be a psychiatrist. You can just say, okay, all right, that is who that person is. So I can make my own decision and say, do I accept this situation that I'm in? I accept that they are acting this way. Am I going to accept me in that situation? And if the answer to that is no, your own acceptance of you, then you change your situation. All right? I don't want to be in this situation. I accept that this is how it is. I'm not going to change that. I have no power over that because free will is always in play. No one can infringe on free will. They can try, but ultimately you always are the person in charge. You always get to make your own decisions. So are you ready to do this? It will free you, and if you do it today, you will see amazing changes because you're no longer in negative conflict, because you're sending that on quantum field, and it gives you exactly what you're thinking and feeling. Yeah, it's not good, right? Nobody wants to feel negative. So acceptance means that's exactly what it is, who it is, their opinions, the situation. Now I get to make my own choice according to that, and perhaps that will then choose to change. But I can only change this. All right? I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and I hope that you will go in the description and get all the free cool stuff that I have for you. Are you ready to make a positive change in your life? Start today. Go in with compassion and, yes, love. Go in with acceptance. No more disapproving of anybody for anything. When you criticize somebody, you tell them what to do, you're saying, I don't approve of you. That's not accepting somebody. If they come to you for assistance, on certain things in their life, then you can offer your help. But when you tell somebody what to do or how they should act or run their business or look or wear their hair or whatever, you're saying, I don't approve of you. And no one likes that. And no one's going to want to hang out with you either. Yeah. We need one another, don't we? Need, I usually don't use that N word, the need word, but we do. We need one another because we are one and we know that. Let's treat one another well because that is you. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.